proud of our guys. Find a way to improve and get better this week. Really thankful for the fight and the strain, the toughness to go into a week where there's a lot of questions and concern, if you will, and thought they did a great job of managing the week and focusing on what they need to do to improve and get better, taking another step forward. A lot that was really good in this game, and some things that was right on course for some of the things that have taken place this season. But I thought the offense came out. They had a great 14-play drive and really looked good. I think 3 of the 5 drives in the first half went for touchdowns. And you had another great drive. One of those drives went for 10 plays and went for 42 yards. And then started the second half. Again, we had to settle for a field goal, but came out at halftime and had a 13-play drive. And then we had 4 really poor drives in a row. I couldn't get into sync, and then I finished it with scoring 10 points there in the fourth quarter to help seal the game. So really good to see some of the improvement there. Rushed just south for 182 yards, south of 200 yards, and I thought the defense didn't like, had a 12-play drive we gave up at the end of the first half, and 11-play drive there at the end of the first half, gave up 10 points there in the last, or 7 points in the field goal that they missed. And then they came out the second half again, 2 weeks in a row, and they went 9 plays, 75 yards, and we knew again they were very good offense, and they would challenge us, but just really did some poor things there. And again, they scored on, again, 4th and goal there, and it's the small details, the smallest things have the biggest consequences usually, and we don't react as fast as we need to underneath in coverage there, and the back was able to chew up too much grass there and have a bang play there, but then we really got into a really good rhythm on defense and helped slam the door. I think in the second half they had just over 100 yards and under 4 yards per play, in 14 of 32 passing. Some Jackson rushed for had a really good night rushing the football. Danny Stutzman surpassed 300 career tackles, had another double-digit tackle night. Billy Bowman had his 10th career interception, and then our Mason Thomas was just fantastic there in the second half, and certainly late 30 sacks, forced some little fumble recovery at PBU and a quarterback hurry. So just a fantastic job. That's 87 straight games that we've won when we've held our opponent to 22 points or less. And again, we made improvement. We were 5 out of 5 again in the red zone, so that's 100% on the year, which going in tonight was tops in the country, and made great improvement on 3rd down. We'd like to see a little more balance, continue to do what we did in the first half. I think we were 6 out of 8 on 3rd down in the first half, so needed to maintain that rhythm, but for the day, 50% there. So, take the improvement, and +1 in the turnover margin again, so we're +8 on the season. And would have loved it. Would have been a great night had we find a way to stop them there on their 4th down, that they scored their second half touchdown. But other than that, again, Taylor Tatum had a rushing touchdown and a just touchdown reception, so that was his first. And again, Jackson had longest quarterback run that we've had in a couple of years. It's a 47-yarder, and also had the 24-yarder. Had several guys make their first start tonight: Logan Howland, Zion Raggins, Grayson Haltman, Kobe McKenzie, and they all did some really good things. Again, Logan played a lot last week, and had another good night, as well. And Zion Raggins had a really competitive catch, showed a great catch radius there. And again, Grayson and Kobe both had really good nights as well. Tyler Keltner, again, 2 out of 2. And we snapped, the other field goal on time. He hit the 50-yarder as well. So that was encouraging. Thought, again, our guys ran really hard running the football. Gavin and Javonte, Taylor Tatum, thought they all ran the ball with great purpose. Really good toughness tonight as well, maybe against a loaded box.
Brent, can you describe the renewed effort during the week, maybe?
I don't think it was renewed. Again, I think, practicing with confidence and making improvement fundamentally and aggressively, and not playing with caution, letting it rip, being more precise at, running routes or blocking perimeter, second level, and our guys up front, getting a little more movement and playing with a little more aggressiveness.
And what about getting Jackson involved in the ground game as well?
Yeah, and again, I think we've done that the first couple of weeks, and I think that's, can always be a really, put people in a predicament from a number standpoint in a +1 run game. About every team we play on our schedule, every single one of them is going to do it, and it puts you, in a bind if you also, can throw it, as well. So you ran with good toughness and really good. You'll get better and better with this feel for things.
Brent, when they got the pick six, your defense seemed to take back control of the game. How did you feel like your defense?
And I think that's great question. It's important that, man, you control what you can control. Your job is to stop people, and coaches did a great job of constantly nurturing that mindset instead of bitching and moaning, complaining and pointing fingers, which you see it happen a lot. Guys looked at it as an opportunity and responded, and really proud of those guys for having that tough-mindedness. Tulane, we left them open plenty of times, and then they made some really good competitive plays like we knew they could do. And again, that's a program that's won just south of 25 games the last 2 years, a program that has a really good, strong foundation culturally and roster-wise, and some really good players, and their staff did a great job. I'd probably be remiss if I didn't say, man, they showed up and they played with toughness and gave themselves a chance to win. And we had an opportunity up 21-0 to really, to me, slam the door, and then we let them back in it. And again, it's a 4-quarter game, but I really felt we had some opportunities to really put it out of reach, and we weren't able to do that. So we're not to that point yet, but. Really appreciate the defense's resolve there in the second half. After that, giving up a heartbreaking, 4th and goal play, that landed right there on the goal line.
Can you talk about the first down success that you guys did have? It seemed like some of those sustained drives you made positive.
Yeah, and I think it's important that at times in the first half they were able to stay on schedule. We were a little soft interiorly with our defense, with the piles falling forward. There's nothing that's more agonizing when you watch the pile go the wrong way. And I thought that whether it was some of the quick passing game or some of the run game, I thought our guys did a nice job of mixing things up and changing the launch points and some of the route combinations and things of that nature to keep them off balance.
Brent, you talked about Jackson's running game today. Would you make the decision making? Do you feel like it took a step forward today, both in when it comes to the RPOs?
Yeah, again, I'll have to go back and look at it. I think that's only fair, but I do. A little less RPOs, and I had the one he'd certainly like to get back. When we're under pressure there in that situation, and but top to bottom, definitely took a step forward.
What does Taylor Tatum give you that maybe every running back's obviously different, but what does he give you that maybe a little different?
He's got great physical stature. He's got a great physical presence to him. He's incredibly explosive. He's got really good instincts. He can play a little fast sometimes, and like a lot of young guys. So learning the value of patience, but he can run through trash. He's a legit home run hitter. Can take it the distance. He's got great top end speed. Showed he can catch the ball out of the backfield. And we had a couple of those tonight that was really good, and we had another one we dropped out in space. And you got to make people pay if they're going to give you that. You got to catch it and make someone miss and make a play. But Taylor's got a great future in front of him. He continue to just keep his head down, show up, work, compete, and he likes to play. That's what is fun about him. He's got a great spirit to him. Likes to practice. He likes to play.
Brent, what happened on the delay of game on the field goal trying to?
Yeah, we thought at some point in time they would snap the ball, and we never did. And so we got to do a better job from a communication standpoint and get the snap.
Does Tyler have to signal ready right there, and then Josh has to signal ready and
Yeah.
the snap comes?
Mhm.
The signals never come?
Yeah,
Tyler
it just blew it. Yeah.
Brent, touch on Armason. What clicked off right there in the fourth quarter?
Well, we finally got them in a position where they had to throw. I think that's the number one thing. And, we got 2 scores. They had to throw the ball. The time was their enemy. Timeouts, were now an issue, and their backs were against the wall for the first time really all night. And that's a team very similar to Houston and how they managed the game. And then again, we helped them just in regards to allowing the game to stay close, where they could play tight and they could not expose themselves. And but that's really what I think happened.
Right. What does it say about Jackson's resolve that he didn't let things snowball after that pick six?
Yeah, no, it shows a sign of, again, maturing. And, he's, again, like I said, he's hard on himself. And, to see him, he can just keep his head down and go through the week. That's, again, a step forward and a learning experience. Obviously, there's some signs there where guys know, what we're capable of, and we put things together and, show up with a great week of practice and show up, on game day and just, turn it loose. Don't worry about anything. You can't play this game with caution. You can't play it, on your heels. You have to, be in an attack mindset, be confident and sure of yourself. And then we got to do a good job of always helping them, structurally and how we set things up. So all of it plays together, but thankful for his leadership and toughness that he showed throughout the course of the weekend tonight.
Brent, I think you started out 5 of 6 on third down early in the game. The offensive line seemed to be playing well. How do you kind of evaluate, how do you kind of navigate this time when your offensive line has to play better, but they haven't gotten there yet? How do you go about getting better as an offense with that?
You mean for the whole game?
Obviously it fell off in the second half, but early they played seemingly pretty well.
Yeah, early they played really good. We had, again, like I said, 4 straight drives where it wasn't good. And then, we had a couple of penalties late that were just, we had 3 penalties. 2 of them, same guy, got to get lined up onside. We know that. And then, we had a false start there as well. And then we had, we scored 10 points there late where they did some good stuff. So you evaluate it all as a body of work, and you compare to where you were last week and the week before that, and when you started fall camp. And you have to have the right perspective. But there was definitely some improvement. And again, like I said, there's some plays there that we didn't do things we need to do, gave up pressure. They're never going to play perfect, but did they make improvement? And they certainly did.
How close was Kendal tonight to being clear, and how did you guys behind him play?
Yeah. What do you mean, how close? Like percentage, or what does that mean?
Yeah, did you think he might have a chance to play during the week?
We were hoping, yeah.
Yeah. How did you guys play behind him? They came in.
Good, yeah. Woody and Sammy got in there and did some good things. Jaron got in there and some of the heavy packages. They did well.
Brent, got Tennessee next.
Yeah.
Clearly, you trust Jackson, but what is your trust level for a guy making his 4th or 5th start in a game that big?
Well, they're all big. I don't look at any game any different. I never have. And, you know, it's about us.
Maybe that
And-
tough, Tim.
I'm sorry?
Maybe that tough instead of big. I mean, Tennessee
Yeah.
appears to be the real deal.
Yeah, they got a great team. They sure do. They got a really good team. So, you know, I've got great confidence, you know, and we'll put together a good game plan. We got to improve this week. This week is important, you know. That's going to be a great matchup. And when I know our guys are excited about and looking forward to, you get into this game, you put the pads on, you put the helmet on, you put the whistle around your neck because you like to compete and you like challenge. And certainly we'll have all, you could ask for this week. And we're going to have to play well. And we know that. It's going to be a really physical game. Our biggest physical challenge up to this point in time. And but like where we're at, 3-0. And we got a lot we got to get better at in all 3 phases. And again, it's going to be, just like you said, man, it's going to be our toughest challenge yet.
Brent, we saw
Last question.
And Nic Anderson, Bryson Hickman, and Colson.
He did. You know, you saw him in pregame warm-ups. Looked pretty good, and but just wasn't quite there. So hopefully we'll have him and maybe some other guys that'll be back this week.
Brent, how's Andrel doing? Because
It's good. Yeah, I saw him out there in pregame without his brace on, so that was encouraging.
Thanks,
Good.
Coach.
All right.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.